Hi boys and girls, welcome to this week's Sunday School video, July the 19th, 2020. Are you ready for praise and worship, boys and girls? Okay, let's sing along.
I love the bit patter of the raindrops. I love the buzzing of the bee. But the sound I love the best, the very, very best, is to hear that God loves me. I love the hissing of the green snake. I love the rolling of the sea. But the sound I love the best, the very, very best, is to hear that God loves me. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high, you can't get over it. So deep, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get around it. Oh, wonderful love. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high, you can't get over it. So deep, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get around it. Oh, wonderful love. Walking with Jesus, walking every day, walking all the way. Walking with Jesus, walking with Jesus today. Walking in the sunshine, walking in the rain, walking every day, walking all the way. Walking in the sunshine, walking in the rain, walking with Jesus today. Praying with Jesus, praying every day, praying all the way. Praying with Jesus, praying with Jesus today. Praying in the sunshine, praying in the rain, praying every day, praying all the way. Praying in the sunshine, praying in the rain, praying with Jesus today.
That was some great singing, boys and girls. Now, let's recap our last lesson. A wife for Isaac. Do you remember this story, boys and girls? Okay, great. Let's discuss our questions and answer. What was the name of Abraham's son? The name of Abraham's son was Isaac. Great job. Next question. Who went to find a wife for Abraham's son? Abraham's faithful servant Eliezer. Very good, boys and girls. Eliezer, that's right. Good job. Third question. What was the name of the girl that was found worthy? Do you know this answer, boys and girls? When Abraham's servant Eliezer went to look for a wife for Isaac, he prayed to God to help him, and God sent Rebecca. Good job, boys and girls. Next question. Do you think she was kind? If yes, why do you think she was kind? Yes, Rebecca was kind because when Eliezer asked her for some of her water, she said yes. She shared her water with him and also his animal that he traveled on. Next question. What is the name of the animal in the story? Camel. These animals mostly live in the desert where it's dry. Yep. Okay, boys and girls, what about your last activity? I found Rebecca. Yay! Now it's story time. Yay! This week's story is about a boy called Joseph. Would you like to hear this story, boys and girls? It goes like this. Joseph came from a very large family. He had an older sister named Dinah, 10 older brothers, and one little brother named Benjamin. Joseph's father was Jacob, and Jacob wanted all his many children to love God. Young Joseph loved to hear his father Jacob tell about the promises that God had made to Joseph's great-grandfather Abraham, his grandfather Isaac, and his father Jacob. Joseph believed these promises that God made. He learned to trust God with all his heart, and he wanted to obey God. Joseph's 10 older brothers were all grown men. They did not always please their father Jacob. Sometimes they made him very sad. Joseph's job was to help his 10 brothers take care of his father's sheep. He was a good helper. He worked hard. As Joseph worked with his brothers, he sometimes saw them do things they should not do. He heard them say things they should not say. It made Joseph sad. Joseph went to his father and told him the things his brothers did. Jacob was disappointed with his older sons. Joseph's brother began to dislike Joseph because Joseph would not join in their wrongdoing. They made fun of him for wanting to please God. It probably hurt Joseph's feelings when his brothers laughed at him, but he knew that God is pleased when he do right, and Joseph wanted to please God. One day, Jacob gave Joseph a very special gift, a beautiful coat. This coat was brightly colored with lots of different colors. When the older brothers saw this special coat, they were jealous and they hated Joseph. They called Joseph names and angrily accused him. Your father's pet. He's never given us a fine coat like that. You just wait. We'll fix you. They were furious. This made Joseph sad, but he knew the reason his father had given him the special coat was because Joseph loved God and wanted to serve him. Was it right, boys and girls, for the brothers to call Joseph names and make fun of him? Of course not. We are not doing right at all when we act like that, boys and girls. When your mommy and your daddy give your sister or your brother something, do not become jealous of him. I hope not. Just because you don't get something doesn't mean mommy and daddy don't love you. We need to be happy, boys and girls, for others when they get special things, God knows what we need. He will give us what we need exactly when we need it. Now Joseph didn't want his brothers to hate him. He loved his brothers. He wanted him to love God. As time passed, though his brothers did more and more mean things to him, finally, one day when he was taking some food to eat, they grabbed him and sold him to some slave traders from Egypt. These men carried Joseph far away to the land of Egypt, where he became a slave and then a prisoner, and finally a very important ruler in Egypt. No matter what happened to him, Joseph loved God and he obeyed him. He wanted to do right no matter what. Years passed, boys and girls, and Joseph's older brothers traveled to Egypt to get food for themselves and their father and little brother Benji. They did not know that the important ruler they talked to in Egypt was brother Joseph. But Joseph recognized his brothers. Boys and girls, do you suppose that now Joseph tried to get back at his brothers for treating him so cruel? No, he was very kind to them. He gave them all they needed and he forgave them. He arranged for all the brothers and their children and Benjamin and his father Jacob to come and live with him in Egypt for the rest of their life. Wow. When the brothers told Joseph how sorry they were for their meanness, Joseph said, "Don't feel bad. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Let's all just be happy together now." What a kind, forgiving heart Joseph had, boys and girls. Let's pray, boys and girls, and ask God to help us all be kind like Joseph today. Bless you, boys and girls. This was a great story. This week's quiz will be your activity. Fill in the blank space, the words from the word bank. The words are forgave, God, coat, 11. Ruler, Egypt. So, for your activity, you're going to use the words from the word bank to fill in the blank spaces. Ask your mommy or daddy to help you. I leave with you, boys and girls, a memory verse for this week. From Philippians 4, verse 13. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Until next time, boys and girls, bye!